Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm continue our chapter 1 for FIN430. So this is the part 2, right? So the next subtopic is about agency problem, right? So agency problem is about sometimes when you are in a big companies, or whether it's a kind of corporations or normal companies, we do have problems regards to the shareholders, regards to the management, and sometimes you are have as let's say you are as a financial manager. Okay, so you are deciding a crucial part of investment decision, but when your shareholders does not agree or something to do with it, so this is whereby you are having a kind of problem over here. So this is what we call as agency problem. So whenever this agency problem occurs, right? So it will affect the company's operations. Okay, so this is normally happens out there. Okay, in terms of agency problem, so it's a kind of usual, dan untuk ini biasanya kita kena cuba atasilah sekiranya berlaku permasalahan dalam agency problem. Okay, because it's not easy to control a corporation, so it's not easy to control a corporation, especially when it's too big, and it is likely that we can say that it's too big to fail and so on. So sometimes you have to compromise with the management and also the shareholders decisions as well. So this is whereby you need to negotiate between those management and employees and also the shareholders. Okay, so if there is any conflict of interest happen, so this is whereby we call it as agency problem. Okay, so boleh membawa bahayalah kepada company sekiranya agency problem ni berlaku, right? Okay. Next, our subtopic is about financial market. Okay, in financial market, we are going to introduce you secara ringkas lah kepada dua market yang selalu kita belajar. Pertama adalah money market, dan kedua is about capital market. So money market is about the short term debt instrument or marketable securities. So when I said short term, you need to highlight this one, since the short term is actually for instrument which is less than 1 year. Okay, less than 1 year of maturity. For capital market, normally they involve securities which is have more than a year maturities. Sometimes could be up to 5 years, or sometimes could be up to 10 or 20 years, right? So such as bonds and also stocks. So these are the instrument that we do traded on the capital market. But for debt, short-term instruments such as any marketable securities, the treasury bills, okay, these are the things that we commercial paper and so on. So these are the items that we traded on the money market. Okay, so kalau boleh bezakan antara kedua-duanya, ya, right? So the types of financial market also we do have the first one adalah primary market, and second one is secondary market. So primary market is the market whereby the firm normally sells its securities to the public for the first time. Okay, for the first time, pertama-tama sekalinya dia nak issuekan sesuatu share. Contoh saya bagi tajuk share, right? Ataupun apa yang company tu nak issue adalah shares, right? So for the very first time, normally they will trade it at this primary market. Normally kita katakan this is whereby the new securities are being sold, right? So at the primary market kita ada IPO, initial public offering. So this is whereby you are trading the shares for the first time. Let's say seperti yang berlaku di bulan Februari 2022, we have like share yang baru dikeluarkan oleh syarikat Farm Fresh. Okay. So for the first time they are issuing the shares in order to gain large capital funds. So they are issuing their shares at IPO, initial public offering. Dan di sini biasanya siapa yang beli share di primary market adalah para pelabur-pelabur yang dah sedia ada. Okay, investors, the existing investors that already know the market dan dah biasa trading, right? So mereka akan start membeli Farm Fresh punya share sekiranya mereka berminat. Dan the proceeds from the shares selling will goes to this company, will go to Farm Fresh. This is what we call as a primary market. Dan kebiasaannya di IPO shares yang ditraded tidaklah terlalu lama. Mungkin mengambil masa 2 bulan something ataupun beberapa minggu diperdagangkan di sini di IPO. Kemudian ianya akan diapungkan kepada secondary market. So after that they will goes to secondary market whereby semua share-share yang dah pernah melalui proses IPO akan pergi ke secondary market. So this is whereby the trading of shares being done yang mana melibatkan traders, investors, right? So normally traders or investors ni akan start buying the share from those who already owning the share. Contoh, saya dah membeli share ini di IPO dan if I have the share right now dan I feel like I really want to sell it, saya akan start jual di secondary market dan investor lain akan beli. Ini yang berlaku di secondary market. So di Malaysia kita ada Bursa Malaysia as the main stock exchange. Okay. So di Malaysia kita ada Bursa Malaysia as the main stock exchange. If in US they also have a New York Stock Exchange. Ini yang di US yang mana inilah dia orang punya stock exchange yang utama, right? NYSE. Okay. So we have a lot of stock exchange each and every countries, setiap countries ada stock exchange mereka yang sendiri. Okay, kalau you pernah dengar Nikkei dan sebagainya, okay, from Japan and so on. So those are the exchange and they have at their own countries, right? Okay, so next. Okay. So I'm explaining this video based on your manual. So in your manual, there are a kind of Islamic ethics that we have for a financial manager, right? So in Islam, normally we do need a manager or a kind of leader that do have a few standard characters that they need to have, such as the qualities of modesty, kindness, right? This one. Okay, modesty, kindness, bravery, pardoning, gentleness, and every other good characteristic that they should have. Okay, in Islam, right? So this is what we call as important as a Muslim leader to have those qualities, okay, such as being portrayed by our beloved Prophet Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So this is the part in your manual. They also introduce you to the good values of the Islamic leader, such as they also need to have a moral values such as goodness, okay, righteousness, truth, justice, and equity. Meaning balance between and being fair, right? Which have been prescribed fundamentally in the Quran and implemented by the our beloved Prophet Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, so therefore, if you are being employed by a company later on, so your duty is to ensure that you are performing the best of your ability, of course. Okay, try to use no wastage of resources. Okay, try to be no couldn't careless. And have a good attitude and always perform your work sincerely, right? So that's all about our topic for chapter 1, which is called as introductions to corporate finance. So I'll see you in the next video.